Statesville, North Carolina. We are taking a look at septic systems today. I often get the question with my buyers as to where is the location of septic systems on houses that they're interested in purchasing. Can they put in a pool, or can they put in an extra garage? And there's a couple of things that are going to come into play when you're talking about septic systems in Iredell County. So let's just take a look at how you can look up septic systems on a particular property that you might be looking at, and kind of how to dig in and take a look at what the drawings look like and how to read them a little bit. So the first thing you need to do is find out where are they located. So let me give you my screen here and we're going to take a look. So hold on 1 minute. You're just going to go on Firefox or Chrome or whatever browser that you are using at the time, and we are going to go into the Iredell County Health Department. It's actually environmental health is where you're going to find your septic records. I just Googled Iredell County Environmental Health, and you can see, just scrolling down just a little bit, view your septic record online for Iredell County. I'm just going to click on that. And if you scroll down through here, it kind of gives you some instructions right off the bat as to you can put in your parcel ID number of the property or put in the address. I believe you can also put in an owner name in here, and you can then start searching for the property. You're going to find a blue dot which tells you your location, and a red dot is what you're looking for on the property. That means that they have uploaded a actual drawing of the septic, and there are some records available online. If you do not see that red dot on the property, odds are they do not have it uploaded. If there even is a septic permit that they can find, you may need to contact Iredell County Environmental Health if you do not see the red dot there. And these are all steps that I take for my clients when we are looking at properties, but I want you to be able to check out some of this stuff yourself. So I'm going to click here to search for your records, and it's going to bring up the Iredell County site. You have to hit this agree to the above terms using their map, so I just click that on there, and then this brings you into their main screen. So you can see over here to the left hand side, you can find an address or a place. You can put in your tax parcel ID number, you can just put in an address, or you can just kind of hold down on your mouse and scroll around in Iredell County. You can see all of the yellow, orangey colored dots that are on here. Those are all septic system records that have been uploaded for Iredell County. So you can see there's a bunch of them. We are a very rural county. Let me zoom out a little bit here. Well, I guess it goes away if I zoom out. But we are a very rural county. So once you get outside the city limits, in fact, some of them within the city limits, you're going to start seeing septic systems in here. So I am just going to pick a random property here. Hopefully I'll pick a decent one. I'm going to move out of the city limits a little bit here and just pick one of these parcels that has an orange dot on it so we can take a closer look at something here. This is like a newer one, so let me just click this one right here. And I don't know who these people are. I'm just randomly picking their thing. So you'll see this parcel ID number comes up, and it says Zoom 2 is 1 of 4. You can click on this little arrow right here. It says the next feature on here. Let me click to it. Castle Creek Road. This is the parcel ID number, and there you can kind of see where it says septic on here. There are, a lot of times they'll come up 4 or 5 different related tables here. You're really only looking for the septic one. So this one here has 2. I have a septic stand, but you can see that you can't really see the descriptions very well on here. So sometimes you have to just kind of click in it and read this bottom one that says previous permit there. If I click down and click the other one, latest date operation permit, and that's really what you're looking for. You want to see what is the latest date one so that you can see if anything's been updated, and then you can click on more info right here. If I click on more info, my thing's going to pop up telling me that it's wanting to open up a picture, and I'm going to open it up in my Windows photo viewer. You people that are on your Apples, I'm not really sure what's going to pop up there, but you do. So click on that and open up the picture. And so you can see this is an older one. This I can tell just by looking at the date of this. This was back in 1992. So you're going to get a drawing here. It shows you what road it's on. This is Castle Creek. And you see the driveway of the house. And then here's the house here. It was done by J.C. Moore, which was Jack Moore. He's been around here for a very long time and probably done a lot of these. So you'll probably see his name on a bunch of these septic systems. So this is the existing system here. You can see the pipe comes out of the house. There's a tank, and then it goes out into the lines, and it tells you that there's 3 lines here that are 100-foot long, and then your septic tank there. And it gives you a bunch of additional information, what kind of tank that it has. Let me see if I can find one that is maybe a newer one, because sometimes the newer ones are a little bit easier to read. Let's see on this one here. So again, I'm seeing you can't really tell what they are. This is the latest permit here, so that's what I'm looking for on this one here. Again, it's another old one. They're really hard to find. So sometimes what you're going to be looking for on these is you want to watch and see has it been built to the current drawing that's on there, or did they do something different? Sometimes you'll get additional papers that are attached. There's Jack Moore again. You can see he did that one too. Let me see if I can find maybe a newer one here. I want to find a newer subdivision so that we can see if I can find a more current. Let's see here. I saw on Shippingport Road. Twin Lakes. Okay, so here, these might be some newer ones. Let me just click on one of these here and see what this one's going to give us here. Alright, so again, you're clicking on these. That's your zoning clearance form. As you can see, I have to go through there. There's a soil evaluation sheet. So this is a newer one because you're going to see a whole bunch of additional stuff added to it. This one was done in 2014. So here's the latest date operation permit. That's what I'm looking for. Click on the more info. Open up this one. Okay, so here's a more current one here. So you can see from this drawing here, they have it an initial site sketch, which is right here on the left-hand side. And then sometimes you'll see a different one on this side that says an as-built sketch on this side. So you'll have one or another, but this one here looks like they've done it all together. They've just used the entire sheet for the as-built drawing. But sometimes you will see an initial one and then an as-built one because they had to make some changes to it. So watch for that. But on this particular one thing that you want to be careful and watch for is you're also looking for the repair area. So should the septic system ever fail, there's also an additional area on the property, usually on the property, sometimes it's off the property, that allows for a repair area. And you can also not build in those areas. So they have a lot of that. So you can see here's the road, there's a driveway, you have the house right here in the middle. They kind of give you how far off it is from the property line. This one's 60 feet on both sides. And then you have your tank right here coming out. There's a line coming out of the house. There's your tank right there. And it will tell you up here what kind of a tank, the septic tank. This is a 1,500-gallon tank, so it's a pretty big one. And then you can see the lines coming out, and there are 4 lines here. Tells you up here the number of lines. There are 400. The trench width, it's 36 inches wide. So it gives you all of the additional information up here. And should you ever have to have your septic system pumped, which you should, at least every probably 3 to 5 years, depending on how many people you have in your house using the septic system, it should definitely be pumped and inspected regularly to make sure that there's nothing going wrong with it. So you're going to have information up here that they're going to want. This says it's a 25% reduction gravity system. Gravity meaning that it's going out of the house. There's not any pump or anything like that needs to pump it out of the house. It's just flowing naturally by gravity out into the tank and then out into the lines and leaching out into the field. Here is the repair area that they have allotted, so you can see they have room for an additional 3 lines that can be added to the system should it ever fail. So if anybody on this particular property wanted to put in a swimming pool, they would have to be looking back here in the back of their lot. And again, they would have to take into consideration setbacks from their boundary lines and everything like that, if they wanted to do that, or if they wanted to build, you know, an additional garage. So if they wanted to put a garage back here or any type of a building, they want to make sure that they can drive around the septic system. You don't want to ever drive over your septic lines because they will crush them, and that's not a good thing. So make sure that there's plenty of room around. It looks like there is here because there was 60 feet there, so there's plenty of room to drive around the septic system. It looks on both sides on that. So I hope that helps you out. If you have any additional questions on how to look up the septic systems in Iredell County, I'm more than happy to help you out on that. See you next time.